If you like this video, you might like these two. So after you finish this video, go give those a try. But in the meantime, for this video, I will be going over all of the characteristic similarities and differences between Gogeta and Vegito. This includes things like their personalities, who's stronger, their movesets, outfits, and more. So make sure you stay to the end of the video or use the timestamps below to make sure you don't miss the reveal of who's stronger and who would win in a fight. I do want to state that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and the normal Gogeta are basically the same character with slight differences. So I'll be stating those differences when they arise, but for the most part you can lump them together. Now let's hop into these similarities. Starting with their physical, Gogeta and Vegito are both 5'9", so it appears the fusion takes the height of the tallest out of the pair, which is Goku, because his height is exactly 5'9". And obviously they're both the fusion between Goku and Vegeta, and both fusions are extremely powerful, but when it comes to the Potara fusion, these two being a rival makes the fusion much stronger than normal.
Goku and Vegeta were two of the strongest fighters in this world or the next. Naturally, their fusion would be impressive. And the fact that they were rivals actually makes the fusion more complete.
Both fusions come with time limits, though the durations of the time is different. Gogeta's form lasts for 30 minutes, but this duration can be shortened if Gogeta uses too much energy, especially in powerful forms like Super Saiyan Blue. And each time they fail the fusion, they become a lesser, more unhealthy version of what their fusion should be. Then they have to stay in that fusion for 30 minutes. When they did this fusion in Dragon Ball Super Broly, I was really disappointed by how many people struggled to actually do very simple math. I saw so many people in my comments saying the fusion lasted an hour each, so Frieza was getting beat up for 2 hours. I can't tell you how many arguments I got in at the time that really decreased my faith in humanity, especially when Piccolo would specifically yell out another 30 minutes. Originally, the Potara fusion was considered permanent, but for mortals, it only lasts about an hour.
There's something I've always wondered. When we fused last time, the Kais said it was permanent, but we split apart anyway. Do you know why?
Truth is, it's only permanent if a Supreme Kai is involved. Otherwise, it only lasts an hour.
Like Gogeta, Vegito's time can be shortened by the immense energy consumption of the transformation, especially Super Saiyan Blue. And one last similarity is Vegeta's reaction. One thing that never changes about these fusions is Vegeta's willingness to conform and give into fusing with Goku. From saying he doesn't want to fuse with an idiot to using his pride as a warrior alone. These moments with Vegeta never fail to disappoint. And I love how Goku never fails to guilt trip Vegeta.
Look, if we don't do something soon, we'll be history, along with this whole planet.
Why do I care?
Wake up! Majin Buu's eaten everyone we care about. Everyone is gone, even Bulma. They've become part of Buu. They can't even die. I just thought the least we could do is put our old differences aside, just this once, and really work together. We owe that to our teammates, our families, Vegeta, our friends, just as proud. But not if we're caught up in so much of our old birthrights to see what we have right in front of us. We've lost our old race, Vegeta. Let's not lose this one, too.
Here, give it to me. What are you waiting for? Give it now!
And one more thing. Once we join our bodies, we'll be stuck in that form forever.
Imbecile! You tell me now? He picked us apart!
Yeah, separately.
Separately?
We have to do fusion, Vegeta.
You know better. Fusion. I'll never join bodies with you, clown! There's some things a warrior just can't do. I'd rather die. And, oh, not in a million years, Kakarot! Now don't ask me again!
Look, let's just forget about fusion, all right? It's been a while since we've seen each other. There's no sense in fighting the whole time.
Look at that look. I told y'all he just loved being begged by Goku.
I can't run, Kakarot. If I did, then life too would be a hell. I'll do it. I'll do the stupid fusion technique.
We're gonna fuse, just like them.
Damn right we've ruled that out. There's no way I'm doing that again.
Come on, you gotta admit I'm right about this. It's now or never, Vegeta.
I also can't help but notice how unserious Goku's tone is versus the rest of the movies. Just shows how much more serious Dragon Ball Z was. Now finally into their differences. First, their personalities. Gogeta is an entirely different character that doesn't act like Goku or Vegeta, but he does carry some of their traits. Gogeta is the more serious fusion. He really doesn't do much talking and gets straight to the point. Mostly because he runs out of time in 30 minutes, but there hasn't been an instance where he needs the full 30 minutes. opponents. Gogeta also smiles when fighting his opponents. These smiles really show excitement and joy in his heart, not only because he's a Saiyan that loves to fight, but also because he likes to purify his opponent's soul. That's why when he defeats Janemba, he smiles after, because he's happy to purge the evil out of his life. He appreciates life more knowing that his only lasts 30 minutes. I believe that side of him is more like Goku, but Broly on the other hand was never really evil. He was just out of control. When Gogeta went to use his Soul Punisher move on Broly, he smiles after because Broly is still alive after that, meaning he had good in him. But afterwards, Gogeta had to get serious with Broly, so we don't see him smiling anymore once he realizes that Broly is a threat to the planet and his loved ones. I believe we start to see more of Vegeta's characteristics come out at the end of the fight with Broly. The willingness to kill Broly even after seeing he's no longer a threat is definitely a ruthless trait of Vegeta. I don't believe it's confirmed whether or not he was actually going to kill Broly, but it definitely looked like that's what was going to happen. In his fight against Hearts, which isn't canon, Gogeta didn't smile at all. There was no goodness in his heart, just pure evil, so Gogeta destroys him with his Soul Punisher. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is known for his confident and playful attitude, often toying with his opponents even in dire situations. He definitely has a sense of humor and likes to show that he's fully aware of his immense power and is not afraid to have fun while fighting. Much like the Gotenks fusion, he has no respect for his opponents and even trolls them. I didn't really like this version of Gogeta very much. I feel like he's better when he's more serious. But Vegito has a cocky and arrogant personality. He often taunts his enemies, playing with them rather than going for the immediate win. He did this in both his fight with Super Buu in Dragon Ball Z and his fight against Fused Zamasu in Dragon Ball Super.
Thanks a lot. That was a good warm-up. Nice shot. That one really got the blood flowing. Can you throw me another? Sorry about this, but the body's rather new. Hey, did you know your nose is bleeding? Clean yourself off. You're a disgrace. There's no way you can ever beat me. Oh, I'm sorry. Is this hurting you? Aren't you invincible?
I love seeing him tease his opponents, but despite his cockiness, Vegito is also highly strategic. He deliberately lets himself be absorbed by Super Buu to rescue his friends, showing that he thinks ahead during battles. His confidence comes from knowing he has the upper hand, but sometimes he takes this a little too far, risking his advantage. But watching him toy with Super Buu is just hilarious. Gogeta is more efficient and less concerned with showmanship. His actions are often more direct, and he tends to finish fights swiftly, especially his serious attitude in Fusion Reborn. He was quick and to the point with defeating Janemba. And even when he's confident and playful, Gogeta is less likely to drag out the battle for the sake of showing off. Each fusion brings a different flavor to their fights, which is part of what makes them such beloved characters in the Dragon Ball series. Now on to their movesets, starting with Gogeta. He has the Big Bang Kamehameha. This is Gogeta's most iconic move, a combination of Goku's Kamehameha and Vegeta's Big Bang attack.
Big Bang Kamehameha! Ultra Big Bang Kamehameha!
And then there's Stardust Breaker, or in other words, Soul Punisher. He creates a small rainbow-colored energy ball, which upon impact shatters the evil within his target and obliterates them. Only if they are pure evil, it obliterates them. It really just flushes all the evil out of their heart. Then there's Punisher Drive. Gogeta slides forward and uses rapid movement, and his attacks are invisible. The attack is multiple blows, and when it lands on the opponent, Gogeta uses that time that they're stunned to get around them and knees them in the head 3 times. Gogeta also has a move that we've seen multiple times before, Stardust Fall. Gogeta charges a massive energy sphere in his hands and fires it downward towards his opponent in a hailstorm of energy bullets. And there's also Meteor Explosion. Gogeta first powers up and then charges towards his opponent, floods his opponent with his own ki, then kicks them into the air and detonates the ki within the foe's body in a devastatingly huge explosion. Gogeta can also clone himself, and he uses this move to use his ultimate trolling move, Bluff Kamehameha. This move showcases Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's playful and confident personality.
Not even you can survive this one, Omega. It has enough power to extinguish every cell in your body. Huh? I cracked myself up.
Next is Vegito's moveset. Final Kamehameha is Vegito's most iconic attack, a combination of Goku's Kamehameha and Vegeta's Final Flash.
It ends now. Final Kamehameha!
The Spirit Sword, which is my favorite, Vegito creates a long, sharp blade made of energy. He uses it for both melee attacks and ranged slashes. This move is particularly famous from his fight against Super Buu in Dragon Ball Z, but then he also uses it against Zamasu.
To dust!
Scatter, Finger Beam, Split Finger Shot, and I've also seen Banshee Blast. But with this move, Vegito can fire small, precise energy blasts from his fingers, which he used in his fight against Super Buu.
Banshee Blast!
Now on to their outfits. Originally, Gogeta wore a black vest with orange shoulder pads, but in the new Broly movie, they updated that color to yellow, and I have no idea why. He has white pants tied with a blue sash around his waist. The pants are puffy and reminiscent of those worn by martial artists. His wristbands are black, along with his shoes and a blue sash around his ankles. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta basically wears the same thing but has a lot of fur. He retains the primal and muscular look. His hair is a dark red or crimson color, much longer than his base or regular Super Saiyan forms. His eyes are blue. His vest remains the traditional fusion dance style, but the shoulder pads are a different color, a yellowish orange. And then there's Vegito's outfit, personally my favorite. Vegito's outfit is a fusion of Goku's G and Vegeta's Saiyan armor. His entire G is blue, besides the orange undershirt underneath, with white gloves and of course the Patara earrings. Then he has the white shoes with the yellow tips. The dark blue pants are definitely similar to Vegeta's bodysuit, and the boots are definitely similar to Vegeta's Saiyan armor boots. And same with the gloves. A lot of Vegito's design seems to be inspired a lot by Vegeta's outfit. So now, with all of that out of the way, who's stronger? Who would win in a fight? The Patara fusion is usually considered to be more efficient and produces a stronger fusion. The fusion with Patara is believed to be a higher multiplier of power compared to the fusion dance.
All right!
While the fusion dance is incredibly powerful, it is traditionally seen as a slightly less effective fusion in terms of raw power output. However, this doesn't necessarily make Gogeta weaker in every scenario. The Patara fusion is supposed to last for an hour for non-Kai mortals, but energy consumption can reduce the duration of the fusion.
Their immense power level must have drained the time much faster.
The fusion dance usually lasts 30 minutes, but just like Vegito, the time can be cut short if Gogeta uses way too much energy. Based on Akira Toriyama's input, there are some statements from him that suggest the Potara fusion and the fusion dance produce a similar output of power. While the Potara fusion was initially portrayed as more powerful, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie seems to imply that both fusions can produce a similarly powerful warrior. Many fans argue that Vegito may be slightly stronger because of the Potara's fusion inherent advantages, but others believe that Gogeta's efficiency and focus on finishing fights quickly make him just as powerful, if not more, in certain situations. Vegito's fighting style seems to be more tactical and precise, and he has a more cocky attitude, often toying with his opponents. Gogeta tends to focus on overwhelming his opponents with sheer power and speed, and he's more straightforward in his approach to combat. His ability to quickly defeat powerful enemies, as seen in both Fusion Reborn and the Broly movie, highlights his effectiveness in battle. If we go by the idea that the Potara fusion inherently creates a stronger fusion and it's enhanced by them being rivals, then Vegito could be considered the stronger of the two. However, Gogeta's efficiency combined with his success against Broly suggests that he is equally formidable, and under the right circumstances he might just be as strong. So ultimately, in the end, it depends on the context of the battle. So sorry to edge you and burst your bubble, but there is no clear winner, and I think that's okay, leaving it exactly how Toriyama left it, because if he wanted you to know, you would have known by now. And rest in peace, Toriyama. Let me know what other videos y'all would like to see, what other comparisons, what other types of content. Just let me know down below in the comments, and then also let me know who you think would win. And if you have the time, feel free to check out any of my other videos, especially my Dragon Ball ones. I'll be making more Dragon Ball content for sure. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.